Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Kooky Kitchen. And tonight we've got some seafood to use. So we are going to make fish tacos. The cod will be mine. The shrimp will be Kyle's. And then I'm going to make us a delicious dessert out of some brownie mix, some graham crackers, and some marshmallows that all need to be used. So let's get to cooking. We're going to start by seasoning our cod with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and cumin. We are seasoned and ready to fry. And as a trivia point, I have never had fish tacos before, much less cook them. Let's see how they turn out. To go with our fish tacos, we're going to put together some guacamole dip. While I let my cod cool, Kyle is going to do his shrimp. I'm allergic to shrimp, so it's all his. So what do you have in the skillet, son?
Right now I'm doing some some garlic and butter. And then when I put the shrimp in here, I'll sprinkle them with some Old Bay and then cook them.
And you're making tacos too?
Mm-hmm.
So you heard that. Garlic and butter together is called gutter. Kyle's shrimp is ready. My fish has cooled a little bit. We got our guacamole and we got our hot tortillas, corn tortillas. We're going to assemble. We have made this really simple with our corn tortillas, our guacamole, and our type of fish we want. So now Kyle's going to taste test his. Still pretty hot too.
And mine is delicious.
All right, now for me to taste test. That is good. What would we do different? First of all, I would grill the tortillas a little bit in like a dry pan. Second, I would pickle some red onions to top that with, especially with that guacamole on there. Maybe even a touch of Cholula sauce.
Well, that could be good.
What do you think you would change?
Yeah, I'm fine with mine. Mine was just quick, simple, and easy.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, stay tuned because remember, next we're doing a dessert. I decided that I am going to quick pickle some onions, and I'm going to try another fish taco. So I'm going to take some thinly sliced red onion, half a cup of vinegar, half a cup of water, a tablespoon of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of salt. I am currently bringing it to a simmer. Once it's all dissolved, I'm going to put the onions in a bowl, and I'm going to pour the quick pickling mix over it. And I think I have to wait like 10 to 15 minutes for it to pickle. So let's see how this turns out. All right, our onions and our vinegar water pickling liquid is in there, and I added a pinch of red hot pepper flakes for a little bit of extra pizzazz. Now we wait 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to rebuild our fish taco. All right, we've got our quick pickled onions, we've got our cod, we've got our avocado, which is starting to turn dark, we've got our corn tortillas, and I've got me a pan. I'm going to toast up my corn tortilla. We're going to see how this tastes. All right, my tortilla is toasted. You can't see it because it's the other side. Got my guacamole. I got my Cholula sauce, which I forgot about. I've got my pickled onions. I've got my cod. Now it's time to taste test. Just like I thought, this is delicious. Better than the other one. I'm liking the pickled onion. I'm liking the added Cholula sauce. I'm not sure I care if this is toasted or just warmed. It's still really good. But you know what time it is now? It's time to move on to dessert. All right, we're starting our dessert. and I'm doing nothing but following these directions right here. Where I'm going to change up at is about 5 to 10 minutes before it finishes cooking. I'm going to add some chopped graham crackers and some marshmallows to the top. I don't have the baby marshmallows, so I'm actually going to chop some big marshmallows to make the size that I want. Let's get this mixed and in our preheated oven at 350, and we're going to let it cook. I guess I should check that out. 27 to 30 minutes. And as usual, I didn't measure anything. I am using my Granny Rich's bowl, though, that my cousin Bobby gave to me. So I took, I don't know, I think there were 5 graham crackers left in the little sleeve they come in. I crushed those up, threw them in here. The marshmallows, it was easier to pinch them apart to get smaller pieces. And then I kind of mixed them up in here, trying to get a little bit of the graham cracker powder, hoping that they won't stick together. Then I had to get my freezer for something, and I found that I had some dark chocolate chips. Probably something I was making my niece, because I'm not a dark chocolate chip kind of person. So I decided to add a handful of those in there. We've got about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes left. And then I will pull the brownies out. I'm going to sprinkle this on top, and we're going to put it back in for 5 to 10 minutes. We've got our topping on, now back in the oven. Our s'more brownies are done. They just come out of the oven. See how the little marshmallows kind of puffed up like when you put them over a campfire? That looks really good. All right, it's really hot, and I'm going to let it cool, and then we're going to taste it. All right, they've cooled somewhat, and we are going to taste test. Let me grab a plate. Okay, Kyle's going to taste test first. And that's my piece.
Nice and sweet.
Nice and sweet, like a brownie. Does it taste like a s'more, or just kind of has the elements of a s'more?
I'd say the elements.
Okay, let me taste mine. Okay, they're still pretty hot, so let them cool longer than 5 minutes, because they kind of fall apart if you don't. It's a good brownie, and then you got the crunch from the graham crackers. You got the ooey gooey marshmallow that kind of melted. I'm not sure the chocolate chips added anything except a little bit of visual pleasure. Anyway, that's it from the Cookie Kitchen for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe so you can see our next cookie thing we do. Share with friends and family. Comment below if you've ever made something like this and what you did differently, so maybe mine can turn out better next time. This is Tina with the Cookie Kitchen. I'll see you next time. Bye.